As you can probably tell from my voice, I am not feeling the greatest this week, so there will be no live. Instead, I'm releasing a recording that JD from Chumming with the Spirits and I did back in May. After recording for nearly 3 hours, over 50% of the audio was corrupted and not able to be used. So JD was able to recover most of it, maybe about 50%. And this is the result. So there are some places where we kind of jump around and it kind of leaves the ending open-ended. But I did want to put something out instead of a live this week, so I hope you enjoy the show.
Now we're recording.
You're recording?
Something.
Just on that. Okay. We haven't decided what we're talking about.
Ohio.
Oh, Ohio.
We can. Or, talk about, almost got mauled by a cougar and
Yeah. We can
Cougar
just have a conversation because that's how my podcast works. So
this is probably the closest you could explain my podcast. It's like I had a friend listen to the ABK and she's like, I really liked it and all that, but you kind of guys are all over the place. I'm like, yeah, we try to pull it back every once in a while.
Out in the woods, shadows creep slow. Footprints deep where no man should go. Cold winds howl through hollers and brooks. Whispers of Bigfoot in the way it looks. Myths, monsters, and mullets in the night. Under a pale moon, strange glowing light. Truth out there like a blade it cuts. Myths, monsters, and mullets run amok.
Up to the trailhead of all places, there is a small town called Cougar, Washington.
that sounds like an amazing place.
It was amazing. They had a bronze cougar, and as you're
if you see a bronze cougar, that's like top of the line because they don't even make silver cougars. They're only gold.
Yeah.
So that's like second place in cougars.
and it was, and then they had the Cougar bar where I love the fact that when you're driving up there, it says it's open Tuesday through Saturday, like 9 p.m. to whatever. On your way back from the trails, when you read the sign that says lousy service and warm beer, I'm like, I had to stop, pull over, and take a picture of that. But there's a Bigfoot lodge that has a small Bigfoot souvenir shop. But when you're a Cougar, you have to go through Cougar. Right as you pass Cougar City, there is Beaver Bay. You have Cougar Park and Beaver Bay. I'm like, somebody planned that. Somebody had to plan that.
No, they had to. Well, I don't know. You'd have to look and see when the town was like founded.
Which came first, the Cougar or the Beaver? Is that what you're implying? No.
when the term cougar hunting was invented.
Oh.
Because if it was like in the 50s and they didn't equate cougars to women.
No. You sure?
But I don't know.
We got to look up how old that was.
We're old, but we ain't that old.
I just realized I'm going to make a formal request.
Uh-huh.
I would like a Myth, Monsters, and Mullet podcast shirt.
Oh, yeah.
On the back, I would like it to say, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
I can make it happen. Make it happen. Actually, what I started doing, I don't know if you saw Copenhagen's.
I saw it, but I just thought,
So what I did is I put the quote along the side because it's a cheaper shirt that way. So I don't have to charge it as much.
nice.
I put on his, be very quiet, cougars.
And just put kitty, kitty.
I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I was figuring that'd be on video as I get mauled by a cougar and going,
Yeah. And if you would like one of the Myths, Monsters, and Mullets t-shirts, email me at mythsandmullets@gmail.com. I can hook you up. And since I'm only doing the fronts now, it's $25, no matter what you want on there. And I can customize it for you. You know, if you want to say right now for the women, I'm putting the mullet made me do it. That was Nicole that came up with that. She has the only one right now that says that, and it's on the back. But figured a way to make it cheaper for everybody, and still get the funny stuff.
And yeah,
They're really nice shoes.
but I love your logo.
Yeah,
Like, your logo is
that is Madman Goins from Nevermore Hollows designed that for me. It wasn't cheap, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's always worth it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I did like. So I was talking about Cryptids is in the corn, and Mr. E, the fabulous E, and J clone 1957, which he did my intro, and he goes, the #1 podcast in paranormal with a shark logo. That's fair. I think I can get away with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how many other shark logos are out there, but
you know, I was impressed with the logo that was in the episode that I was on with the mullet.
The shark mullet. Oh, yeah. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Genius of a man, you figured that out.
I know. Man, I wish I knew a guy. Oh, that might have been me. And and you can look at it. You can tell it took me like 30 seconds to make that thing.
Inked.
Yeah, well, no, I did it on my phone.
Oh, you did it on your phone, wasn't even?
Yeah. I just used like the picture editing thing.
When you look at it, it looks good. I mean, it fit that episode so well.
Look, I mean,
Jumping with the mullet.
Right. And it fits kind of my persona, you know, the redneck, white trash. It's, yeah.
Beige garbage.
Right. You know,
I mean, you weren't drinking PBR.
I drink my past with my Fiji up.
So this is going to be a grab bag. We've thrown names out because this is, you know, probably JD's chum bucket is probably what I'm going to use for the snippets and that from this side. What you can use whatever you like on that, but because I know we're going to go, we'll hit paranormal, we'll probably hit cryptids, we'll probably hit
a lot of jokes.
some UFOs all at one time.
Yeah.
But we're going to be all over the place.
Right. And if you're watching this on Chumming with the Spirits, this is how my interviews go all the time. So if you like this style of just whatever comes out of your mouth, follow me at Myths, Monsters, and Mullets, and you'll get more, because this is going to be on my show, a series I call Off the Rails.
5 years from now.
Not quite that far ahead.
Oh, you're like 7 months out or something like that.
No, like this will probably come out. We're recording this May
16th.
May 16th. This will come out.
Dated ourselves.
Yeah, that's all right.
But I didn't say year. So, you know, 20 years from now, they could look at this and realize,
Yeah, they're gonna think, man, they did a lot of episodes between in the future.
Sure. But
This will probably come out once we do all that, probably end of July. Yeah.
so it'll come out before the Jamboree then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not that
Speaking
far
of
ahead. Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree, Ada, Ohio, put on by Cryptids of the Corn. I'll be there. He'll be there. It's put on by Cryptids of the Corn. I think I said that already.
Yeah.
Nevermore Hollows will be there, because I got to mention Nevermore Hollows because I'm also on Nevermore Hollows now. I don't know if you knew that.
You're on there twice, I believe.
There's going to be a lot of me.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're going to do a lot more voices but you have 2 active characters.
I have 2 active characters.
Not that I
can't say anymore. I can't say anymore.
So you got to watch from the beginning.
Yes.
And then catch up, and you're going to see it. Yeah. Somebody else that's doing a sticker is going to be on Nevermore Hollows as well.
Correct. Matthew Orphan is going to be on Drunk Says It.
And he didn't get any fuzzy.
Oh, screw that guy.
Love you, Matthew. No,
just kidding.
Forgive it. Well, we're going to be there as a vendor too. We're not speaking, which is probably a good thing if you're watching our podcast. We're looking forward to, because we haven't met Nevermore Hollows, that group of guys. Watched your interviews with them, watched some of the episodes that you did. Just amazing group of guys. And then I just messed up.
Johnny Cryptids are going to be there. Cryptids of Corn.
for the fifth time. Cryptids are calling.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, they're putting it on.
Yeah.
We
No,
gotta
and
mention
that's Bigfoot Ohio Jamboree 2. This is the second.
Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree.
Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree 2.
2.
In Ada, they're taking up all the park.
Yes.
They've expanded it.
Last year, like that's where I met Nevermore Hollows before I started my podcast. And did I ever tell you why I decided to go there? I wasn't even listening to Cryptids of Corn at the time. Did I tell you why I went up there?
You went up there to meet somebody, right?
Tony Merkel was there. He's scheduled to be there right now, but I don't know if you heard about his wife.
No.
Oh. She's battling breast cancer, so
Keep them thoughts and prayers. That's a
right. They could use the prayers if you watch the confessionals. You know, Tony makes it's not a secret that he's a Christian. I am too. So prayers go out to the Merkel family. But I went up to see Tony Merkel, but I was also going up to see Wild Bill from Mountain Monsters. He was there.
Oh, yeah.
I like Mountain Monsters. I don't care what other people think about Mountain Monsters. I like Mountain Monsters. You ever watch Mountain Monsters?
I've got a few of their episodes, and I know why you like that.
Why?
Because you should be right offside camera at the time. Let's be honest. You could have walked right behind them, and they would have not second guessed anything.
Right.
And that means that's a good show.
Right.
If you would just fit in.
With so I will say this: when I met Bill, he pretty much made it known that Mountain Monsters isn't coming back.
Yeah.
Now I've heard something since then that it may be coming back in some form. But yeah, I went up to see Wild Bill, and you know, you think there's no way that guy is real. That's real. That is Wild Bill is Wild Bill. I mean, he acts exactly the same in real life. I heard some stories about the after party from OBJ last year, and he's the exact same way in real life as he is on that show. And I love it. I do. That's my comfort show. That's The Office.
So one of my comfort shows was I need to catch up on it, is the Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
And I watch it for one person and one person only, and that is Dragon.
Oh yeah.
He just had so many quotes on there that hit way close home for me. Like, because I don't have letters and numbers behind my name, you're not going to listen to me. And he's doing his best to try to keep very intelligent people from doing stupid things.
Right.
All people. I'm like, I feel the pain. I can see it.
Are you trying to say something about your co-host?
Well, no, I'm not. That's work. My co-host.
You're talking about work?
I'm talking about work. Yeah, my co-hosts, they're a breeze. They're easy.
Yeah.
Well, and you'll be able to finally meet them in person,
Right.
in Ohio, because I know OG has been wanting to be able to hang out with you and, Paratum.
Who wouldn't?
I know. I mean, after the little live that we did, the pictures we took, I mean, they were totally jealous.
Right.
Yeah.
And you should be too.
Because you're not here. We're going to have to spin the camera so you can see the cast.
This room it's like the Taj Mahal.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I can't believe you're paying $1,000 a night for this.
Only the best for John.
I'd expect that.
You should.
You guys are getting a lot of John Methenkamp tonight because I'm drinking. Okay.
It's not that.
And not the John Methenkamp that you see on Myth Monsters and Mullets. You're seeing John Cougar Hunter Methenkamp, which if you watch my comedy videos, this is what you get because I've been drinking.
I'm trying to keep up.
Yeah. Keep up drinking, or are we keeping up
both?
For the comedy.
I'm comedy.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I can throw a quip for that. Coughing.
Yeah. All these storms coming through. The sinuses make that every time.
Well, there's something up here in Ohio. Maybe it's cryptid fur. I don't know, but there's something I generally have to take allergy medicine every time I'm in Ohio.
I'd be the meth.
Yeah. Could be the method.
I can actually make that joke here because I got kicked off my TikTok live for making that joke.
I was banned for 8 days. No, it was talking about an experience that he'd had, and it was talking about somebody that unalived themselves.
Oh,
And they picked up the
right.
strange thing. Like, he kept on using the S word and the hanging. And
Yeah.
kicked him out like within 5 minutes of the live. Me, no, she hadn't even logged in yet because he's talking to a friend of ours. And he got it repealed, but I was like, God, what did you do?
Yeah.
I was like, but yeah. Well, like Nicole,
yeah.
the F-bombs out that one time.
And I'm like, I'm trying to send her a message like, hey, you got to stop. And because it'll get everybody a ding on them.
But this might be just the section on lives and things not to do after this. Like you can't have.
No, you can't show.
Well, technically, this would be okay.
You would be okay because it's not showing the cam, but me doing this, that's going to get you off.
Yeah, I mean, who would forget their koozie?
This guy.
This koozie has been all over.
That's right. It's all over the country. It's been to Oregon.
Yeah, well, probably the only thing that survives my Bigfoot encounter is going to be this koozie.
That's right. Because it's gonna see that logo and be like, I can't mess with that.
That's it. Put it aside.
It's like the black box on an airplane. Yeah. Whatever you want to keep safe, you put it in that koozie.
Yeah, I've been to Washington, Oregon.
I'll bet it is
Missouri. Where else have I been with this thing? Ohio, Indiana.
Yes, we were in Indiana, and he said we were in Ohio.
It's all the same.
He's been drinking. It's not. Well, yeah. This part of Ohio and Indiana looks.
None of it feels. I'm telling you, I just spotted Bigfoot like from 10 miles away.
Did you go? You go to south of Indianapolis in Indiana. You start getting into the hills, and it's really pretty down there. And then when you go,
you chose to live here.
Well, that's from where my wife's from, and she already owned a house. And
I mean, that sucks being a pool boy all day.
It does. It does. It pays the bills, though.
Well, you do what you have to do.
That's right.
You can do like.
And I do look good in this Speedo.
The official. That's Monster's Son Mullet.
I don't have one of those yet, but you know what?
He says yet. It's on the catalog.
Right.
By the time this comes out, it should be on the catalog.
No. When I set up my Patreon, which is coming.
That's your top tier gift.
Yeah, you like the different levels. You're like at one level you'll get a mullet, another
koozie,
a koozie,
mullet, Speedo, or is there one
got a shirt?
Sure.
Yeah, right. And I was thinking about like at a certain level, you get a roast. Like I roast you.
Ah.
Have you ever seen my roast on?
No, actually, I have not seen the roast. So I'm gonna have to look that up.
I've got one for Chris and Alan, one from Nevermore Hollows.
Somebody took all their original videos down from YouTube for seasons of stuff.
What?
Yeah, Missouri Paracon. I gotta meet some TV heroes. I gotta meet Steve and Tango from Ghost Hunters. I gotta meet David Schrader from Hoser Files, Russell Accord, Dr. Mayora, Amy, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. Just next to each other. And then we got to meet some other podcasters. Traveler to the Moon, their investigation group.
Is that the one that was in the? No, never mind.
No, you're thinking Darkwood. Darkwood.
No.
Darkwood.
No, that's not it.
Something. Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't even your.
Maybe not my should just talk about another life. Yeah.
Well, I'm busy.
No, you are.
Yeah.
But we have met like some fire investigations, Pinterest.
That's who it was.
Something fire. Yeah. He came and hung out with us at the Central Kansas Paracon. Got to hang out with Dustin Perry. He was at Missouri and there. We're going to hang out with him again at the KC Paracon in August. We're trying to be as busy as you. We're just fellows. You and
No, you see, I do a lot of my stuff online. You guys travel. I just
and you
Well, yeah,
Technically, we all did go down to Arkansas.
that's true. But, you know, I just send random friend requests on Facebook to like celebrities and stuff.
Just wait for somebody to hop in and say,
Yeah, honestly, I honestly think it's because people see that I'm friends with Tony Merkel.
you know, I be somebody.
That, yeah, like, oh, well, if he's cool enough with Tony Merkel, then he might be.
Little do they know Tony Merkel is cool enough.
Exactly. Yeah.
We run into that a lot.
So Tony used to do this thing on his. You won't see it on the confessionals page. You only see it on his personal page because, you know, we're like this. We went to different schools together. Yeah.
You know, which was self.
Anyway, he was doing this thing. He had a fake mullet, and he was calling himself Tennessee Tony. So when I went up to the How to Bigfoot Jamboree, I went as method camp, full method camp, glasses. I was completely in character, and I walked up to his booth, and he kind of looked at me weird. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a fake mullet and sunglasses. And
It doesn't look weird at all.
I know.
A con when anybody can walk directly up to you.
Right. And he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm here looking for Tennessee Tony." And he started smiling, and he went into his character. He's like, "I'm right here." I don't know. Yeah, that was my introduction to Tony Merkel, and I sent him a message on Facebook because we'd never met in person. And I was like, you know, hey, I was the weird dude with the mullet.
You probably could have just said mullet.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to have the weird.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like, I have videos from OBJ. I will warn you, I didn't get phone service with the crap there.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, because I was going to try to do a live on TikTok, and I had like 1 bar service.
So you're telling me I need to give you a Starlink with satellite and get that set up
Maybe.
and charge everybody who wants to connect to it for their lives?
That's a good idea.
So ideas, but
We could be supporting our podcast this way.
yeah,
Reselling Starlink.
Yeah.
Elon, we're really not doing that.
No, we're subleasing it. That's legal, right?
I think so. I'm no lawyerologist,
That's fair.
but so that's also where I met No More Hollows, and again,
Okay, the other person I'm thinking it's the painter
Timothy Wayne Williams.
Timothy Wayne Williams. I don't know why I cannot remember his name.
He is funny. Dude, he is funny.
Is it the Drunken Pirate?
Yeah, the drunken. No,
it's
Painting Pirate.
Painting Pirate.
Painting Pirate on TikTok. He's brand new on there, so he only has like. I was his first follower.
I'm following him now. I love his artwork.
I own some.
Well,
Yeah.
like everybody around me owns some of this. I'm like, now I got to meet him just so I need to get his book. Actually,
Actually, I could probably hook you up and you can come on the show.
that'd be great. I'm hoping to meet him at
There.
just get exactly. He's going to be there. Interesting guy, just by himself. Like,
Mhm.
like yeah, this is part of him being a musician and all that.
Dude, that was freaky. Like, seriously, that was a crossroads moment, I think, you know. If you don't know what the crossroads moment is, look it up.
I sure hope that's right outside.
Well, it's hard telling in Indiana, but it does sound like rain.
Yeah.
We're getting storms.
Well,
He's not used to storms, you know.
I'm just used to the tornado part, not the weather that comes.
We had a land spout.
Mm.
Dave was that.
We do have somebody to hook you up with Carter the Shark. He's local in KC, but he has 5 books on Bigfoot, 1 book on
Is he on your show?
we just recorded him.
Oh,
It's going to be, I think, next week or the week after it's going to come out.
I know I've heard the name before.
He's been on a bunch of podcasts. He used to be an investigator for the BFRO. He's moved on doing other things, but he's getting up there in age. He's 73. Would never guess that. I mean, sharp as a tack. He's going to take us, if everything works out right, up to 8 Mountain in Missouri, and we're going to try to find where he has a footprint, and then
I know I've heard that story because
no, he's been on like his most recent was DA Ex Machina. He was just on them like a month ago. So and he's been on a few. He's kind of slowed down on the podcasting, but came in. He's local to us, so we're able to get him. So we're trying to move more towards stuff like this. We're gonna do a guest because we really don't interview, but we do way better when somebody's access when us just talking.
Yeah,
we're conversationalists. That supposed to be good.
I like people, and I love my fans. Really do.
There's a reason why you're in a closet when you film.
Well, I just don't like people knowing where I live.
That's a good.
Like, it's okay that they know, like, the general. Yeah.
That's what I don't want to get used. Like, we don't investigate my place. We investigate OGs and
Jam's got a lot of shit going on.
That apartment that we've had a lot of interesting stuff, but only that got caught on film. So
should experience it.
So bullshit.
I'm on it for OG today.
Yeah, well, there's 2 people who we collaborated, so it's only half of bullshit.
It's bull crap.
Yeah, bull crap. But well, for some reason he doesn't want me to set cameras up while he's sleeping. I don't know. He says it's creepy.
But it sounds more like he doesn't want evidence.
That's part of it. I think he really does not want to have more proof. Because if you go on our TikTok, it's on our YouTube too, but on TikTok it's pinned. He caught his door to his bedroom closing because he was doing editing. He was trying to emulate some famous TikToker that we know, and talking to the camera and talking about what's coming up and this is what we're on. And he hears something go click. He's like, "What?" And he cut it, but there's a little bit of fumble. He's trying to turn the camera around.
Yeah.
And gets his camera turned around and turned off his door and he's like, "Oh fuck." Just that one was kind of undeniable. Now, when you watch the video, you look at it, you're like, "Oh, he's probably just kicked it with his foot." That door is 6 foot from where he's at.
Wow.
And then that's also the same hallway that me and him saw a shadow show up on the wall and just take off down the hallway. When I looked at it, I was so pissed. I was holding my phone.
I mean, we've had this discussion. I have this discussion with a lot of people. When people say, everybody's got a phone in their pocket. Why can't we get a clear picture? What? I guarantee you, if you're in the moment, most encounters are less than 5 seconds.
Okay.
In the moment, it takes you a couple seconds to be like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? And the last thing you're thinking about is, where's my phone? Now, maybe some of you younger kids, where you walk around like this all day,
Mine been right. No, where I was so mad at myself is I had those. I bought those TikTok microphones. They last about an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on how last. Really good quality sound. I was really surprised. Well, I hadn't put my phone up, put a microphone by it because he was seeing something in the kitchen. It's a very small, not much bigger than this room. Just had another. He was seeing something, or he's always seeing something. So I put one of my microphones out in the kitchen. And we've been talking. It's only been about 30 minutes or so. I get up, use the restroom. It's one of those weird coincidences of why everything just came out. But I use the restroom, wash my hands, open the door, I leave the light on, leave the door open. I step out, look towards Paratone. That's where my phone's recording. I see the microphone splashing red green that's needing charged. I'm like, that's odd. So I turned and walked into the living room, and that microphone splashed red and green. It needs to be charged. So I picked it up, walked back, grabbed the other one. For whatever reason, I grabbed my phone thinking I was going to need to charge it or whatever.
Yeah.
I sit down, and as I think I have one microphone already plugged in. I'm messing with the other one. My phone's in my lap, and the shadow goes right on the wall, just like how when I walked out of the bathroom, I'm 6 foot. The shadow was about 5'7".
Wow.
Well, and then it leaned like it's trying to see us. And when it leaned, I turned my head because I could see Larry's eyes get really big. When I turn and look at it, that's when it just shut down the hallway. And I was so mad at myself. So I'm like, that was a battery drain.
Right.
I literally would have been an idiot that was a battery drain. I didn't need to grab my phone. And, Larry Parachum was like, well, maybe if you had left the phone, maybe it wouldn't have shown up. Maybe it was aware enough.
He's not wrong.
And it's a fair trying to make you feel there because it wasn't
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah. So there's sometimes that you're like, why in the world did I do that? And we've now thought about more for it to lean and create that shadow. He should have seen it because where he was sitting, he could see the door. You have to actually step out of the bathroom to make that shadow happen. We didn't see anybody standing there, and it was flat. It wasn't like because usually when you talk about shadow creatures, there's a black mass, like it looks like a shadow, but there's dimensions. But this was like flat. Like I literally stood up, walked back to the hallway, made the shadow other than it's taller, and there was no cars, they were like, wow. I ended up walking into the living room, making sure the door was closed and locked and all that. But I was so like,
because you've been doing this for how long? You know about battery drains.
And it didn't just click. Oh, and it didn't even click to Larry.
Yeah.
Like when I said, my mics are dead. And that's a very common occurrence when you're getting active, you're getting ready to have happen.
And not only with paranormal, they talk about Bigfoot, they talk about UFOs, like basically any of these. I really do think that there's a connection between all of this, between just some ghosts. It could be. We don't know. Between ghosts, Bigfoot, UFOs, I think there's something. There's a common thread because there's a lot of similarities in the encounters. Whether it's ghosts or Bigfoot or UFOs, when you try to capture these things on film, there's a lot of similarities. Batteries dying, that you can't focus your camera, or
peeing your pants. Yeah, that happens to everybody.
Well, not with the UFOs because I enjoy getting
approved. That's
yeah, I think I made that joke when he was on the show. Just
he takes a bite check. We give him a hard time about that, but he has no recollection of ever being probed. Recollections. He hasn't done transgression.
Well,
we actually just did a short episode on that he was talking about some of his experiences, and I brought up, well, did you experience time loss? Because that's pretty common. And he brought up a good point. He was like, I don't know. So someone looking at a clock, and he's out in the woods.
Yeah.
I felt like, to be fair, you could have had time loss, and there's no way for you to know because it's just dark outside. And
I think the other thing about, time loss is reported. But if we're talking about interdimensional beings, if we're not talking about interdimensional, if they're coming from light years away, they have to have some kind of time distortion. So, you're not even going to notice that you're missing 30 seconds.
Yeah. Or if they can fit you. And so they did have an experience where him and Jason were driving, and then they literally delete. This is the only way they can really explain it. And where they were at, they should have seen this big cross that was lit up. They should have seen the store, and they're talking to each other. So it's not like one hypnotized. And it's on one of our upcoming podcasts. But I'm like, I wonder how much of that stuff is like alien abduction. And the alien's like, I'm pretty sure this is where we picked him up at.
Yeah.
They put him down.
They were drinking past life. And
Yeah. And they,
like, I'm pretty sure this is where it's at. And it was about this time.
yeah, this
Close enough.
close enough for no time. And you're like, they're like, how did we didn't pass it? And then sure enough, they passed all this stuff.
It's funny you should mention that because I just had an episode that came out last Saturday. And somebody has experienced that multiple times where, like they're traveling, they get to their destination like advance, like they shouldn't have been there. They claim that they both experienced it. It was a husband and wife, and they've claimed it together.
I know about time zones, right?
They do know about it.
Just making sure.
But it was like,
No, that
like even on their Google Maps, it would show that they arrived
like an hour. Which is, I mean, there's a couple TV series talking about that with planes. Like there are planes that went into a vortex and they went from like Miami to Bermuda or something, but they cut hours off, and they had for the amount of time they flew, they had the same amount of fuel. It's all recorded, and there's no way that's even.
All I know is if you figure out how to do that, I'm going to Georgia in September. I'd like to have that button because gas ain't cheap.
Oh, yeah. Make that jump real quick.
And I don't know about you, but I don't make crap from podcasts. I don't. People think, all I do is sit in front of the camera, and there's a lot more to it.
Oh, you gotta be raking in on that OnlyFans. What was that? Only mullets. I think it was only
spot.
Only squat mullets. Yeah, so you need to release a official mullet made with squash hair. Official squash hair mullet. Cologne, squash musk.
So another episode that I'm having with Iabu Windemir, and she actually, one of her little hobbies, she makes
perfume.
Yeah. I go by John Cougar Hunter Method Camp on TikTok, and he starts talking about his encounters and stuff. He had several things happen, but then he gets to this possible Bigfoot encounter in Hocking Hills, Ohio, and I'm like, well, if you know Hocking Hills, you probably know where Tar Hollow is. He's like, yeah, man, I grew up horseback riding down there. Well, I grew up horseback riding down there. And I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, we're close to the same age. Like, how old are you? And he's like 3, maybe 4 years younger than me. 3. And I've got to know this guy. If he spent his summers at Tar Hollow and I spent my summers at Tar Hollow, got to know each other. And he's like, yeah. I was like, are you from Ohio? He's like, yeah.
How else would you know where Tar Hollow was?
Well, I mean, you might be going there.
Might be.
It's beautiful down there. I mean, a lot of people like to camp down there and hike, and it's not as scenic as Hocking Hills, but it's a nice park.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm from Ohio. I was like, where at? He's like, a little town north of Dayton. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, where at? He's like, a town called Bradford. I'm like, shut up. Because the first thought going through my mind was, okay, this guy has figured out who I am.
Oh, yeah. And he's
soft off with me a little bit. And, knows that I'm from Bradford, that my family owned a horse farm.
From still all your mullets.
Yeah, he was after the fight or the method camp fortune. But I'm like, wait a minute, no. I was like, you're screwing with me, aren't you? Like at this point, I'm like full on defensive. I'm like, you're messing with me, right? He's like, no, dude, where would I pull Bradford out of my ass? And he starts naming like streets in town and businesses in town and people that he went to school with, which one of them is my kid's stepdad.
So you're like,
And I'm like, wait, we got to talk offline here. Because now at this point, I'm like, okay, he knows. I mean, that's beyond stalking. He knows he knows this place. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, he starts talking about all this stuff, and then he tells me who his mom and grandpa were, and then it all clicks. It's like, I know who he is, and I'm like, dude, I'm John Fike, and he's like, no way. He didn't recognize me either. One, I've got the mullet. Two, we haven't seen each other since high school. So you're talking 30 years. 30, yeah, not 40. I'm not OG. Love you, OG. Anyway.
that's the intro.
So yeah, like we literally, like, he used to come out to the farm. My grandparents or my grandpa owned a leatherworking shop, and he made saddles and stuff. And he was known all over the country for his saddles. And
just casually make a saddle.
Right. Like that's a skill you work a long time for. And yeah, he was hand doing all the leather for the leather work and stuff like that. And but anyway, like his grandparents, which that's who was his grandparents and his mom. We camped with him, and they would come out to the house and stuff. But he was a few years younger than me, so it wasn't like we hung out during high school. But we did ride horses together, and he was out at the farm and everything, and then he's my part-time co-host. He's filled in for me on a couple episodes, and but if you watch on TikTok and my Facebook and stuff like that, he got the block. Sure, he made a video for me of him modeling the shirt and the mullet and stuff. So that's Copenhagen, aka Howie Breed.
He does a great job, by the way. I get that. Finally got a couple of the episodes where
he does. He it's totally different from my style.
I was when I found out he's not in the area and couldn't be here. So
yeah, well, actually, he said he might be in town next weekend. So
of course, hopefully he shows up. You'll be able to catch up.
Basically. Yeah, I was talking about because I still camp over at the farm, and he's hoping that weather's nice, so we're actually camping. You gotta stay on camera, JD.
Yeah, I know. It's like keep on leaning out of like.
Look, you're supposed to be the professional here.
I picked her in comparison sitting next to you.
Do I stink? I took a shower.
I believe it.
Maybe. Maybe. And the people watching at home, glad they don't have smell issues.
I think you smell very fresh.
Probably.
Yeah. It's musty. Not musty, that's manly.
It's man. Like my natural cougar musk.
Women are going to be breaking down the door any minute.
I'm surprised that hadn't happened yet. All this lusciousness in one area.
It's hard to turn down.
Yeah.
Luckily on the third floor, it's going to take them.
That's true.
Get up here.
A lot of them are in walkers. I started to explain this earlier. My online persona started out as purely comedy. I played Alan Cougar Hunter Method Camp, who is a ladies' man from the 80s that's living in current times.
It's still stuck in the 80s.
It's stuck in the 80s. And
the only thing you're missing is the IROC with T-tops.
Well, according to the mythos of Method Camp, it's an 82 Camaro.
82.
Yeah. Because that was my first car.
Quick gate tire rush.
Yeah, that was my first car
So
accident.
it would have been a Z28 or an RS.
It was not the Z28.
It was an RS.
It had a 4-cylinder in it.
It wasn't even an RS.
No, that was the only reason my parents bought it for me, because it had a
It had
4-cylinder in
a
it.
4-cylinder Iron Duke is what
Yeah.
the engine was called.
Yeah, that was the only reason my parents agreed to buy that car for me, for my first one, because it was a sports car, but it had the 4-cylinder in it. So it went 0 to 60, and
After an
it was a 4-cylinder.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
I love that car, though.
It looked cool though.
Oh, it did. Women digged it. They loved it. I got a lot of cougars of that. I really didn't. No. I was a virgin until last week.
I want your kids to find out about that.
Well, we're still waiting on those DNA results. Joking, everybody. This is who I am. This is who I am. And my kids, I love you. And I'm sorry that I embarrass you. But I got a story about that, though. See, I've been drinking, so now my time's really loose.
Ready for another one?
I am, actually. Do we want to pause for a minute?
I was thinking, while we pause,
Yeah.
we could review this and find out.
I hope we don't have to review this.
We'll be right back. Be safe.
Shadow in the pines lurking in the dusky air. Bigfoot stomps through the woods like he don't care. Lights in the sky flash green then blue. Aliens descending with a secret or two. Whispers in the breeze, cold fingers down your spine.